Persian Gulf is a region which serves as the world's largest supplier of hydrocarbons and is also considered to be a major transportation hub. 70% of energy transferred from the Gulf through the Strait of Hormuz is controlled by the Sultanate of Oman. This Arab country plays an active foreign policy role in the Middle Eastern region and on the international arena. Position of the Sultanate on many international issues, as well as on foreign policy, stand out against other countries in the region. Priorities of Oman are sustainable development in the country and the strengthening of friendship and understanding with all countries. Our political system is very old. There are only two of the sultanates, the Sultanate of Oman and the Sultanate of Brunei. The policy is based on building peaceful relationships with all countries of the world. We try to pursue a policy that can help solve the problems in the Arab region. Oman's policy, the political system of our country are very old. Our country is about 250 years old. There are no internal conflicts in Oman. Our priority is to solve the region's problems. Our policy aims to solve problems peacefully. For example, the question of the Islamic Republic of Iran, a nuclear issue which is now very urgent. We hope that it will be resolved peacefully, to also consider the Iranian Republic, consider their interests and to make the region free of nuclear weapons.
Во внешней политике вообще по сильнее очень умеренные люди, очень сбалансированная у них внешняя политика. Они ровное отношение поддерживают и с Западом, и с Востоком, и с арабским миром, и с другими странами. Вы, наверное, заметили, здесь очень много экспатов, так называемых трудовых мигрантов из стран Юго-Восточной Азии, с той же Индии, из Пакистана.
They have a balanced foreign policy. They maintain smooth relations with the West and the East and the Arab world and other countries. You have probably noticed that there are a lot of expats from the countries of Southeast Asia, from India, Pakistan and the Philippines. In this respect, there is a similar point. This country has a multi-ethnic, multi-vector policy. They have very good relations with Iran, with America. There is even an opinion that the recent trend of convergence between America and Iran is the merit of Sultan Qaboos. Sultan Qaboos in his younger years studied in England and his approach to life is very dynamic. There is an opera house, a rarity for the Arab countries. This is an indication that the Sultan wants to encourage Omanis to not dwell on the past, to learn more, including the classic art world.
Вы, наверное, в городе бывали, здесь заметили, в Масхате есть оперный театр. Это тоже большая редкость для арабского мира, для арабских стран. Здесь не во всех странах есть оперный театр. Поэтому это тоже показатель, что султан хочет приобщить оманцев, чтобы они не только замыкались на себе, но и больше узнавали и классическую музыку, классическое искусство.
A balanced and dynamic policy of the Arab state was an important factor of stability in the region. The Sultanate of Oman was one of the first initiators of the Cooperation Council for the Arab States in Persian Gulf. Oman is a member of the UN, the International Monetary Fund, the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, the World Trade Organization, Cooperation Council for the Arab States of the Gulf, the Arab League, and the Organization of the Islamic Conference. Prudent policies of Oman and the willingness to economic cooperation have earned the country considerable credibility in the business world and the world of politics. Following the traditional policy of peace and neutrality, the Sultanate has repeatedly become the initiator of the peaceful resolution of conflicts in the region. The importance of the leadership of Oman attached to the development of relations with all countries of the world. Between Kazakhstan and Oman, through the two governments, public and private companies have established relatively stable relationship.
В числе первых арабских государств, которые не только признали нашу независимость, но и стали налаживать с нами экономические и политические деловые отношения.
Oman was among the first Arab countries that not only recognized our independence, but also began to establish contact with the economic and political establishment. The company Oman Oil is still very active here in Kazakhstan. It also operates in Oman. And at the core of all this is the personal relationship between the two presidents, Nazarbayev and Sultan Qaboos. Of course, we shared a great distance, and therefore the turnover was not so active, but not everything is measured by economic relations. Oman supports all our foreign policy initiatives. Oman is one of the first countries in the region who supported our candidacy for the non-permanent members of the UN Security Council for 2017-2018. Oman also supports the candidacy of Astana to host Expo 2017.
Одним из первых стран региона поддержал нашу кандидатуру в непостоянные члены СБ ООН 17-18 годы. ОМАН также поддерживает нашу кандидатуру Астаны на проведение Экспо 2017.
We have good relationships between the Sultanate of Oman and the Republic of Kazakhstan in the sphere of political relations. The two leaders established a good relationship. Economic cooperation is very well developed as well. We have an Omani company, Oman Oil, that works here. People don't know much about your country back at home, and not many people here know about us. So we need to work together to introduce businessmen to each other. We have great opportunities.
Что мы можем друг другу предложить? Казахстан, например, и, сами знаете, является одним из крупнейших экспортеров зерна. И мы могли бы поставлять сюда зерно. Или, допустим, наша продукция животноводства тоже представляет интерес для оманцев. Но главная преграда для этого у нас огромное расстояние.
What we can offer to each other. Kazakhstan is one of the largest exporters of grain, and we could supply grain here. Our livestock products are also of interest for Omanis. And the main obstacle is the vast distances, and there is no direct connection. In this regard, the opening of a new railway last year, with the participation of heads of state of Iran, Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan, could contribute to the intensification of our relations. Also, we are interested in the ports of Oman. As you know, Oman is located at the southern extremity of the Arabian Peninsula and almost has access to the world market through the Indian Ocean. That is, we could supply the grain not only to Oman, but also through Oman to other countries in the region, not only in the Arab countries, but also to India, Africa, in all the countries of the southern region. I would like to develop other areas, cultural and humanitarian. Oman is a unique country. Not many people know about it, in contrast with the same Emirates and Saudi Arabia. But the country is very original, ancient, and there is great potential for the development of relations. But to do this, we need to develop a business relationship, in particular in the field of tourism. Oman is one of the 48 countries for whom visas to Kazakhstan are issued in light mode. And the same thing I would like to do for our Kazakhstani citizens, that they could receive the visa in light mode as well.
Очень большой потенциал для развития отношений. Но для этого нам надо развивать эти деловые отношения, например, в частности, в сфере туризма. Оман входит в число 48 государств, гражданам которым Казахстан выдает визы в облегченном режиме. И то же самое хотели бы, чтобы казахстанцы получали визы.
Business people in Oman are interested in establishing joint ventures with their Kazakh colleagues. Oman is open to any ideas and suggestions coming from Kazakhstan, says the ambassador of Oman in Kazakhstan. And he has no doubt that our country, possessing such a huge potential of natural and human resources, has a great future. Kazakhstan is moving forward, and we hope that the strategy of Kazakhstan 2050 will lead the country in the list of the 30 most developed countries. I think that your country and the people are very educated. Kazakhstan will be able to achieve this goal.
30 самые развитые страны мира.
The impression of a country before we visit it is created from the individual events that we see. Image of the Sultanate of Oman is an image of a prosperous nation with ancient traditions and rich culture. And in the creation of this image is an absolute merit of Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Sultanate of Oman, Mr. Said bin Mohammed bin Ali Al-Bars. He makes a very important contribution to the development of mutual understanding and cultural cooperation between our countries. The Sultanate of Oman is located in the East Arabian Peninsula. By its distance, our country is located on 309,000 square kilometers, close to the Arabian Gulf, Indian Ocean and the Sea of Oman. Population is about 4 million, including foreigners who live there. Oman is a very ancient country. Our country has a very colorful history in the Arab world. We have a big navy. We build relations with many countries of the world. We had relations with the ancient great powers of the world like France, the United Kingdom, and it should be noted we still have a good relationships with different countries. Our people are very simple. We follow Islamic Arab tradition, respect for others. Our basic traditions are to respect others and to offer hospitality. Based on the principles of friendship and mutual trust, cooperation between Kazakhstan and Oman is consistently developing. Our country have similar views on various international issues. Diplomatic relations have long existed, since 1992, but relations at ambassadorial level are very recent. Our embassy in Oman was opened in 2010. Oman is also just recently opened their embassy. Therefore, we, as an embassy, also try to contribute to their revitalization and our relationship.
Я удивился, когда приехал в Астану. Город очень развит, красивый.
I was very surprised when I arrived in Astana. The city is very well developed. It is beautiful here. There is everything you need here. Kazakhstan is a very rich country with different natural resources. People just don't know much about it. The first ambassador of our country in Kazakhstan now holds the position of Minister of Tourism in Sultanate of Oman, and we hope that we will develop our tourism soon.
Господин Ахмад Аль-Махардин сейчас министр туризма в Омане. Так что, может быть, надеемся, чтобы это развивать туризм между нашими странами.
В этом году мы ожидаем с официальным визитом министра иностранных дел этой страны, господина Алеви.
This year, we expect the visit of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Oman, in which will be signed several agreements, including those relating to visa issues. We're expecting a lot from this visit. We hope it will give impetus to the relations, because for a long time we have not observed intensive contacts at the highest level. The last time our president was on an official visit to this country was in 2008. For the first time, he visited this country back in 1997 as part of a tour of countries in the region. In 2008, our relations have been fixed. Then we signed a number of agreements, in particular through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, signed a memorandum on cooperation between the Chamber and to establish Business Council.
Потом был подписан меморандум о сотрудничестве между торгово-промышленными палатами и по созданию делового совета.
Cooperation with Oman, according to Mr. Yerjan Mukash, gives our country new opportunities to strengthen relations with Arab countries. At the same time, Oman, says Mr. Saeed bin Mohammed bin Ali Al-Bars, considering our country as a leading state in Central Asia. Expansion of ties with Kazakhstan allows Oman to intensify cooperation with the Central Asian region as a whole. It was Persona Grata. See you soon on Kazakh TV channel.